So, the updates on the Ashlee Jenae case are getting heavier by the day, and it's honestly been such a whirlwind watching this case turn into a literal nightmare. Guys, apparently there's a long CCTV footage that exists that could solve this case immediately. But according to sources down in Zanzibar, they are not going to be releasing the footage. One, because the authorities have allegedly been paid off. By who, you ask? Allegedly, Joe McCann. Two, the family not traveling to Zanzibar has made it easier for the authorities down there to just throw things under the rug. Baby, I thought the $50,000 they were raising was to travel to Zanzibar to get answers, but reportedly they won't be traveling, and this has just made getting answers so difficult. But get this, the owner of Zuri Resort, who is a top-shot billionaire, may allegedly also be involved in the cover-up because he has also not said a word. Nothing, no statement. And that is very weird, guys. Somebody doesn't just die in your resort and you say nothing. Every day this case just gets more complicated. But let's just get right into it. For starters, like I said, sources have revealed that there's CCTV footage of everything that happened from the time Joe and Ashlee argued to how they were separated until the ambulance showed up to take Ashlee to hospital. See, Ashlee's father, Harry Robinson, has been very vocal about the fact that this is a luxury resort and there are cameras everywhere, and he's not wrong. At a high-end spot like the Zuri Zanzibar, security is a standard, so it's so mind-boggling that the one thing that would solve this case 100% is the one thing the authorities in Zanzibar are not releasing. I mean, if cameras were in the hallways or common areas, we should see the exact moment the vibe shifted between Ashlee and Joe. Was it just a verbal spat? Did things get physical? And who really entered her room, if there was any foul play? CCTV footage would tell us exactly what happened. And the footage is there. Also, the staff reportedly moved Joe to a separate villa, a 10-minute walk away. And if what they are saying is true, footage should show Joe being escorted or walking to that second villa. If he's seen heading back toward Ashlee's room at any point during those private hours, the "he was 10 minutes away" alibi completely crumbles. And if you did not go anywhere near Ashlee, then Joe should be the one pushing for the CCTV footage to be released, because it would prove that he is innocent, right? Now, a hotel worker also allegedly found Ashlee in a closet with a bathrobe belt around her neck, and surveillance would show Ashlee asking for the phone charger they said she asked for, exactly when that staff member entered the room later. Joe also reportedly told the family Ashlee was stable when she was in the hospital, and if the footage shows her being carried out in a state that clearly wasn't stable, it proves he was already managing the narrative and potentially downplaying the severity to buy time. Or it could prove that everything he has been saying from the start is true. So the question is, why are they hiding the footage? The only thing that makes sense is that the authorities are holding on to the footage because Joe has already paid to make the case go away. The police have been telling local media that there's no immediate sign of criminality, and they've even gone as far as to say the circumstances don't justify any legal action against Joe McCann right now. They are saying that he's being treated strictly as a witness, not a suspect, even though they're holding his passport so he can't leave the country just yet. Okay, but what exactly did Joe witness? Because if I remember correctly, the director of criminal investigations said that Joe was not anywhere near Ashlee when the incident occurred. And if, according to the authorities, this is an innocent man, why are they still holding him? What possible reason could you have to hold an innocent man in that country for so many days without any charges? Isn't that an injustice to Joe? Listen, this is why it's so hard to believe anything the authorities are saying, because nothing makes sense. I've even seen people saying they suspect Joe is not even in Zanzibar. I mean, we have not seen him being held anywhere, so it's very possible that he paid the authorities and left the country immediately. And whatever is happening now is just Zanzibar authorities trying to cover their behinds. And it gets worse, guys. Sources from Zanzibar have also said that there's a silent agreement between the big resorts and the local police to keep things quiet, keep them tidy, and keep them not criminal. The thing is, in Tanzania, the police have a long-standing reputation for being underfunded and, frankly, having a culture of secrecy. So, when you combine a lack of resources with a massive incentive to keep tourists feeling safe, it becomes clear that their motivation is not finding justice for Ashlee. They just want to close the case and keep it moving. And in the instance that they received money from Joe, they would close this case even quicker. Let me also make it clear to you that there's a documented history in the region of impunity within security forces. And if the police decide the case is closed, baby, it's closed. But here's something interesting. Sources have also revealed that the owner of the resort may have something to do with everything. One thing you should know is that the owner of Zuri Zanzibar is not just some hotelier. He is a heavy hitter with the kind of influence that makes people very nervous when a scandal breaks out on his property. For context, he is a Czech billionaire investor and philanthropist who is often described as a Renaissance man. But in the business world, he's a massive shark. Now, don't you find it weird that this man hasn't said a word about what happened on his property? Nothing. No acknowledgement, no apology, no statement, literally nothing. I mean, I'm assuming that he would want to assure his guests and potential visitors that his resort is safe and that things are being handled. But this man and his establishment have not said a word about this very high-profile case. Think about it. Zanzibar is his crown jewel in Africa. It's won all sorts of design awards and is a design hotel's original. And an investigation, especially one involving a high-profile American influencer and a wealthy crypto founder, is bad for the brand. People are speculating that he or his legal team would have every incentive to ensure the narrative stays an unfortunate accident rather than a crime on property. And the authorities would do anything he says because in a place like Zanzibar, a billionaire investor isn't just a guest. They are a partner to the government. They provide jobs, infrastructure, and massive tax revenue. And if the owner's team suggests that a long, drawn-out trial would be bad for the island's reputation, the local police, who are already underfunded and prone to easy answers, are likely to listen. And unfortunately, guys, the fact that the family did not go to Zanzibar has made the case harder. Now I understand why the family did not immediately go to Zanzibar when Joe McCann initially called them. It was 11 hours after the incident actually happened, and he reportedly told them she was stable in the hospital, so they weren't immediately told it was a life-or-death situation, and they didn't see the need to go to Zanzibar. By the time they found out she had passed, it wasn't even from Joe. It was the hotel staff who broke the news. Again, they probably never thought it was necessary to go because they were still in communication with the authorities, and they thought they would immediately get the autopsy report and Ashlee would be flown back to the US. It's also possible that they were advised to stay back to work with the US Embassy and state officials from home first, especially since Joe's passport was being held by Tanzanian authorities. Basically, they had faith that things were good. However, when they realized that something fishy was going on and the authorities were being dodgy, they planned to go to Zanzibar. And I don't know why, but they did not travel to Zanzibar, and this has potentially sabotaged the entire case. At this point, by the time an independent team gets involved, the truth will have been bleached away, and without the family there to pressure those specific employees for statements in real time, those witnesses might forget details or be told to stay quiet. Sadly, so much time has passed, making it possible to completely interfere with the truth. But one thing sources in Zanzibar have said is that the CCTV footage exists, and Joe has allegedly paid the authorities and the hotel staff to make it go away. I mean, can you think of any other reason why they wouldn't release footage that exists? And do you think they will ever release it? Baby, let me know what you think of this CCTV footage situation in the comments section below.